I just got off the phone with my agent. Contract came through. I signed it, they signed it, and it's official. I will be playing for 4-month season for
She got highs and lows. She said, yeah, I know. Wish I could make it easier. I can't. I just know right and wrong. And I know I'm wrong.
Now that I have a contract signed, a leave date on the calendar, I know exactly the amount of time before I leave. I can really build a plan that makes sense, that is a proper load progression, so that when I get there, I'm gonna be good to go. So today I'm going to an open run at PLU. This run is from one of the guys I normally work out with in the mornings, J.O. It should be high level, we'll see. The last 3 weeks, I've been doing about 2 5-on-5 runs a week, trying to scale that up. But the issue right now is that most of the players at my skill level are either still playing overseas or kind of in the down point of their off season before they're gonna ramp up here in a couple weeks. So I gotta really hunt out these open gyms, because I'm trying to get to where I play about 3 to 4 times a week, 5-on-5. Let's get after it. One. Good job, boys. That's cool. After we were playing for like 2. Morning. As I said, I think it was yesterday, I said that where I'm playing, their league is set up with back-to-backs. So it's either a Friday-Saturday game or a Saturday-Sunday game. And so with me playing yesterday, today I'm gonna do another workout. Not necessarily, I don't think my body's ready for another open gym today, but definitely some contact and more impacts on the court, because I have to get my body's tolerance threshold up to being capable to feeling good 2 days in a row. I mean, obviously you're not gonna feel great on a back-to-back, but it at least has to be manageable. So it's essentially 7:15 right now. That's less than 12 hours since the end of the open gym. So this is really high load. This is probably the highest load I've done since surgery and since I've been back playing. So again, this is all taken into consideration the challenge that will be in front of me in, a month and a half. Also, I got my coffee this morning. The city I'll be playing in is known for really, really good coffee shops. And so that's one of the things I'm just absolutely stoked on. All right, today was definitely much more of a calibration workout. John did a great job. I told him played hard yesterday, so let's structure today where I'm getting some stimulus but not really pounding on my body. So still 2 days in a row of work, but I guess today wasn't super high intensity, but they give space for me to also get a lift in today. So I'm gonna do a lower body lift, emphasis on sort of my quads, strengthening the muscles around the knee, and also just like some more complex movements, Cossack squats, landmine RDLs, some rotational aspect stuff. So I also still get that stimulus I need on my lower body to continue to both build and rebuild. Shot felt okay today. Definitely some fatigue, legs were heavy, but on par for the course of building back into playing shape and being able to go day after day hard, like what you need in a season, right? We go home, smash some breakfast, say what's up to little man, and then get a lift in. So let's roll. I just got off the phone with my agent. Contract came through. I signed it, they signed it, and it's official. I will be playing in Mexico City in the Mexican League for 4-month season for Diablos Rojos. They got second in the league last year, first in the league the year before. They won the championship. I think they're newish on the basketball side, or they've really started to invest money into it. They have a huge baseball following. If you guys know baseball, Robinson Cano plays there. He's like one of my all-time favorite baseball players. He's a Mariners guy. He plays for the baseball team. Trevor Bauer, kind of like a controversial guy, pitcher that used to be the Cy Young in 2020. It pitches for them too. So it'll be cool to go to some of those games. There's a bunch of different Mexican leagues because most of their leagues are kind of like shorter so that they can kind of still get some of the high level talent that a lot of times will go to Europe. This one is called LNBP, which is the 4-month-long league that runs kind of during these summer months. So I'm shipping out June 22nd, but we're doing a training camp in China, which is unreal. We're gonna go play some CBA teams over there. So great exposure for me kind of in the Asian markets. Only have experience in Europe. And so with that being said, I'm a little bit nervous just because I don't have a lot of understanding of the style of play in, you know, Central America. I don't have the understanding of the style of play in China. Both very new environments to me. I've never even been to Asia, and I've never even been to Mexico or even Central or South America. Only been to Europe, right? Well traveled in Europe, but nowhere else. So a little bit nervous. It's a new challenge for me, but it's exciting. Mexico City is a great city. Got super high elevation. I guess like 7,000 feet of elevation, which is higher than Denver. So that's gonna have an impact on my breathing and the oxygen levels in the air, all sorts of stuff. So that'll be more of a challenge. But my wife is Carly and Ivy. They're gonna join me after training camp. They're not gonna come with me to China, but they'll come with me to Mexico, and they're super stoked on it because Mexico City is a really cool city, I would say. A lot of people have it in their like top 5 places that they'd want to live. We're staying in this Roma Condesa neighborhood-ish area, which is super nice, super family friendly, artsy, a lot of fun stuff to do, just well kept. And so Carly's excited to take Ivy on walks. I'm excited to take Ivy on walks there. And then the team is already super cool. I've talked to some of the guys on the team, super welcoming. Most of them have families, which is super exciting as well. So I know Carly will have family and friends to kind of hang out with. 4 guys re-signed from their team last year. They got second. And that whenever you see guys re-signing, that's a good sign that the club was professional, that everything was good enough to want to come back, which is always a good sign. And so it seems like we're building something really cool. So I go June 22nd, have preseason until July 8th, and we have the season. Essentially the last potential game of the finals would be around like end of November. And then ideally I'll have shown that I'm healthy, and so European clubs will be able to sign me right from there, and I'll go straight to Europe. Kind of late into the European season, but this November time period is the common second wave of signings in Europe because, okay, you sign your guys in the summer, you know, you have the first wave of injuries, you have maybe guys that aren't producing, guys not getting along with the coach. They're trying to look for replacements, and that timeline is almost always in that end of November when kind of these Central American leagues are kind of finishing. So yes, I'll miss the start of the European season, but this opportunity makes sense because now I'll show that I'm healthy. Teams won't be able to like, oh, we don't know you're healthy, we're gonna lowball offers and stuff like that. And so it honestly is the perfect situation for me. I'm just stoked on it, and it's just cool to see all the momentum kind of come come to fruition. All the work I've been putting in, day out, just paid off, right? In honor of me signing and you guys supporting through this whole tough injury moment, I'm gonna do a giveaway. And the giveaway is for 2 pieces of the Atypical Athletics collection. For 2 different subscribers, each person gets 1 piece. You gotta be subscribed. You have to comment Mexico City on this YouTube video and then put one thing you're excited for in that upcoming Mexico City content that you wanna see. And that'll put you in for the raffle. Those 2 comments, I will ship you your choice of the Atypical Athletics collection. So it's just a thank you for you guys subscribing and following along in this tough moment, and now kind of double up, improve the excitement for this next step in the journey. Little man's been sleeping for too long, so we gotta wake him up. Oh, wanna say hi? That's a big boy. That's the biggest boy. Say hi. Say hi. Yes?
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He was just tired.
Does he still seem tired?
No, he's right awake and not grumpy at all. That was Mama. Oh. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? I know you're hungry. Mwah. What you doing? Why you always biting his nose? You munching his nose. Let's get this lower body strength and core day cooking. Here's the work for today. If you want this full workout in a free, easy to read PDF, the link will be in the description. If you want to buy one of these Atypical workout logs, the link will also be in the description. It's better to track your progress in a tangible way. Okay, let's get after it. Because this morning was a little lighter than I expected, or I wanted to really get 2 harder load days in a row, I went pretty hard with this lower body workout. The emphasis was lower body strength, power, and also just giving back to my body. A lot of isometrics incorporated. Those kind of like help lubricate my joints, but also help those tendon fibers kind of realign. So a lot of kind of isometrics incorporated, then a lot of just posterior chain work. I feel that my knees always feel better when my posterior chain's like really firing. Feel really happy with how this workout felt. If you want this workout in a simple, easy to read PDF, the link will be in the description. If you want a workout log, the link will also be in the description. I made these just kind of out of necessity. I wanted one of these. This is like another one from earlier in the off season, completely filled out with workouts. The cool part about these is because they're tangible, like I have tangible evidence of the work I put in. The back cover fell off of this one, but I have like 4 of these already completed, and there's 60 pages in each one, 60 workouts you can document. So I have 4 of them completed in the last about 1.5 years, 2 years, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, that's a lot of work to kind of be able to look at and be like, wow, you've been prioritizing your development. So it's cool. If you want one of these, again, link will be in the description, www.liveatypical.com. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay low with the family now, chill, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm on my way to another open gym. I think it should be about most of the same guys, maybe a couple higher level guys. I think there was only 2 pros last time. So this one should be a little bit better bump, but it's now been, so I played on Monday, it's now Wednesday. So that's essentially 2 times playing in 3 days. That's the highest frequency of playing live like 5-on-5. And so this is part of this scaling of my load coming into, you know, when I go to Mexico, because the Mexican League, the LNBP, they play back-to-backs. And so I have to get my body and my knee ready to tolerate that level of load. So I'm progressively working towards that. Right now I'm about a month out. 2 or 3 weeks before I go, I should be able to play back-to-back days without a lot of symptoms and play hard both days. That's the goal, that's kind of the path. Let's get to this open gym again. I'm gonna try and get a better angle because I think the first angle wasn't great. So we'll see if we can get some better stuff this time. All right, so my body felt pretty good. Honestly, not as good as maybe I hoped, but I was being naive to the fact, okay, it's the second 5-on-5 run in 3 days, yes, but I also did a lower body strength and rehab day with my physical therapist this morning. I didn't show you guys that. So kind of made sense that I wasn't feeling super dynamic and explosive today, but was able to get through it, played for a long time, knocking down shots still. Knocking down shots better than I did on Monday, so that's always a good sign. But we got a bunch of these pro style runs coming up before I leave to go to China first and then Mexico City. So a lot of really cool content coming your guys' way. But just before I let you guys go, I just want to say thank you for supporting me through this low moment in my basketball career and just kind of honestly my personal life. Now we got some really fun stuff planned. And again, I mentioned it earlier in the video, but to confirm, I've done a couple giveaways before and there'll be 2 winners of 1 piece of Atypical Athletics Collection merch. Just comment Mexico or Mexico City and then what type of content you're excited for in these coming months, because I personally am just so stoked to make another game day vlog and just also show you guys a new experience in a new country I've never been. And it's honestly gonna be 2 countries, China first and then Mexico City. There's a lot of fun adventures on the way, so let's get it. Mexico City.
She got highs and lows. She said, yeah, I know. Wish I can make it easier. I can, I just know right and wrong.